All right, episode 18. Finally. We've been gone for a while now. It's actually only been like a couple of months, but it feels like forever.
That's a while.
Yeah, so good. We're still doing better than Little Karibo, I think.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy is. But anyway, we're finally back.
Jared's been gone
yeah,
for like
great to be
a
back.
year.
Yeah, we finally dragged Jared back in here.
Yeah, it took forever.
Yeah, we only missed 2 months, and Jared's been gone for a year.
Well, I'm sorry that I had class.
Yes, okay.
So did I.
Yes. All right. We're not starting this up again. They don't want to hear about this. And my life has been drained away because I recently got a new computer, or it's almost like a gaming computer, sort of. And I've been playing nothing but Star Trek Online. It's my first MMO. And I actually am more of a Star Wars fan, but I like both, and I'm not one of those people who hates one, can't only like one or the other. I actually do like Star Trek, but lately Star Wars just has been, Lucas just doesn't know what he wants to do with Star Wars, so I'm switching over to...
I think he does, actually, because he sold it.
Yeah.
No, he's just killing it, though. He's killing it more.
Allowing them to make 3 more episodes.
That are going to suck, okay? And they're probably not going to follow the canon.
Heavy Lucas influence.
I hope
I'm
so.
not even going to watch them.
No, you're going to watch them. You know it's going to suck, and we're still going to go out and...
You like the first 3. You told me to watch the first 3 first.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I told you the first 3 in chronological order.
Yeah, that's what we're
in
saying.
Release date order or in...
No, in chronological
No,
order.
that's not what you do.
One,
No.
Phantom Menace.
No!
Yeah!
No!
No!
Okay, shut up. So anyway, here's what I've been doing. So since Lucas doesn't know how to handle Star Wars, I just have to say one thing about the new Star Wars that they're talking about from Disney. We already know what happens after Episode 6. If they don't follow the already existing expanded universe of, like, New Jedi Order and, like, Yuzong Vong, as people are expecting, if they deviate from that, people are going to be angry. That's all I have to say. So they better follow the established expanded universe canon as it already is.
Well, I'm pretty sure people are already angry.
Right, but whatever. So anyway, I've been going more to Star Trek. I was like, all right, time to take a safe haven in Star Trek. I've been playing nothing but Star Trek Online. It's my first MMO, and it's very good, very addicting. It feels like a Star Trek painted MMO. You'll probably like it. It's not a very, WoW is still the #1 ruling MMO, but it's kind of like cats and dogs, like Halo and Metroid. It's not trying to be WoW, thank goodness, or also to be like the Old Republic, which is unfortunate because the trailers for that were so good, but the game just looks like WoW with lightsabers. But anyway, but it's good, and if you like Star Trek, you'll definitely like Star Trek Online. So that's all I have to say about STO. So yeah, there's been some interesting things. I finally got to get a chance to play some things and look at some stuff that I've been wanting to, and I was not actually impressed with a lot of the stuff. But I think one of the things was I hadn't gotten Donkey Kong Country Returns in a long time because I was really waiting for the price to come down. And what I ended up doing... Are you falling asleep?
No.
Okay. What I ended up doing was waiting for the price to come down, and I finally got it, and I was not impressed. It was good. It felt like Donkey Kong, but you could just do so much more in the original Donkey Kong Country. Like, there was just so much little nitty-gritty stuff you could do. It almost made me think, like, yeah, this is fun. I should go play Donkey Kong Country because it's a better game.
Play the original.
Right. It felt like the original, but with lacking stuff. So
Most
it's like
of the original stuff nowadays is actually turning out to be better than the new stuff they're pumping out. It seems like most people are going back to their, GameCubes.
Right.
I was told that some people didn't really like the music in the new Donkey Kong either.
No, it's not as engrossing. There's some nice remixes, but other than that, there's only like one or two
remixes that I recognize. Yeah, the new music I don't remember at all.
Yeah,
it's done by the same guy I think who did the Retro Studios.
It's done by the same guy who usually does all the Metroid music,
yeah.
And you can definitely hear it in some of the levels, like in that level where you have to like pass the ships where the waves are coming in and they're going to wash you off.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like Metroid right there. It sounds like I can't remember what area, but it reminded me of a specific area from Metroid.
He didn't do the music from the first Metroid on NES, did he? I think that was a different guy.
So.
Yeah.
And I don't think
did Super Metroid.
Yeah, he did Super Metroid.
Like Metroid
and the second Metroid has just completely bizarre music that
Donkey
nobody
Kong
remembers.
Fusion.
Yeah. So it's like it felt a lot like Donkey Kong, but it just made me feel like I should go back to the other one because the other one is just a better game, the old one. So I wasn't impressed with Donkey Kong Returns. I also got Minecraft on my new computer, and sadly, don't throw bricks at me yet. I'm not impressed with Minecraft. Minecraft looked really fun. and I hear all this good stuff about it, but once you actually get to playing it, the game is actually, I think, more fun to watch than to play. It doesn't really give you an incentive of why you should keep playing. Like, I happened to get lucky on one of my saves and got a bunch of iron. And I got all the iron stuff, and I made all the iron, like, armor and stuff. But after that, it's like, okay, I got my iron, I got my armor, I've explored a little bit, I have my little mud and cobblestone hut. Why do I need to do more? There's no reason why you need to, like, and people are like, go get diamonds. Okay, I get diamonds. Then what? Fight the Ender Dragon. There's only, like, one boss, and he's optional. So it's like, there's no reason why I should stay in the game or play. It's like, I'm comfortable, and then after that, you're like, I have a sustained food source of, like, fish and wheat. Why should I go further? The game doesn't really make you want to go further. Even the risk is nothing. It's
but it's not like you could do something fun like a speed run or something.
Right.
It's not like an actual like a game.
It's not a game.
It's not.
Which is what someone else said.
It's like a second life in a way,
but not second life.
Not second life. No, but it's like you're controlling.
Which is creepy.
It's like Sims, maybe not as bad.
But the only way you can get it to be like Sims is if you play one of those online servers where people have like their MMO style. Everyone's playing like Minecraft together. But then you might as well just get a better STO. Like in my case, Star Trek Online. It's just you feel like it's almost overwhelming. One thing I have some. If you make one of those epic builds and put it online, that's great. But even then, you're like, oh, I built this and everyone thinks I'm great. But
it's like,
now
what's
what?
the point after you're done with it?
Yeah, and then, so let's see, but I have seen some really great epic builds. I just recently found a YouTube link to one of them. Maybe I'll put it up or something.
Like Star Destroyer, right?
Right, yeah, it was a Republic cruiser, yeah, like the predecessor to the Star Destroyer. Yeah. There may have been a Star Destroyer too. I don't know. I didn't see that one. But and I like how the game really has that real lonely feel, which actually kind of just makes me sad while I'm playing, not want to play it. Like it just feels lonely. Well, then sad little music like comes in randomly and starts making you feel sad.
One level like was like that. Like if it was like a reason, like one that was like sad, or like someone just died. And
right, like I feel like you're a castaway or something in the game. That's what I always assume.
And you have like weird green creatures that have like frown faces, like jumping at you and hissing.
I know that doesn't make any sense.
It's like I'll pass.
That's some pretty nice everything you've got there. Oh, that's a really obscure reference. Bonus points if you know where that comes from. Shame if something were to happen to it.
The points don't matter.
Anyway, and so the last thing, anyway.
I just made a random sound.
Okay, well, you crapped up my joke. The last thing that I wasn't impressed with, the last thing Josh just did a awesome thing. The last thing that I was not impressed with was Halo's Forward Unto Dawn series. Now, I only watched like the first episode, but it was just nothing but like this like classic like kind of jarheady kind of UNSC video, and it just wasn't very good. It could have been better maybe if they had gotten the guys from Rooster Teeth to do it, because although they're not what they used to be, their live-action stuff has actually been okay recently, as seen in their most recent last season, which I think was, season, 9, I think?
Is that with the guy who did
yeah, Monty Yeah, Monty Um's been with them for a couple of seasons now, but yeah, it's got Monty Um now, too.
He does really good stuff.
He does really good stuff, but he's kind of a little, I don't know...
exaggerated in it?
No, it's just himself. He's a little, he's odd, but that's to be expected of, an artist guy like that.
We're all different.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I should probably just leave it at that. He'd just be a little crazy sometimes, but yeah, he's an artist. What do you expect? Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you for saying it, Jared. So I wanted to talk about also, I know I'm kind of dominating this one, but I wanted to talk about, dominating! I wanted to talk about, Wreck-It Ralph, because even though that came out a while ago, I saw it.
You're getting ready to say something.
No, I was clearing my throat.
Oh, even though I saw it a while ago, I really liked it. It had a couple of problems. I give it like a 9 out of 10, which sometimes to me is worse than giving it an 8, because 9 means you're almost there. What went wrong? And I'll tell you what went wrong really quickly, and this is all I'm going to say. What made me go see the movie when I first saw it was it looked like a Disney, like Tron meets Toy Story. And I was like, okay. But then when I saw how many licensed characters were in it and how much these real companies were getting behind the movie, I thought this movie must be worth something. So I went and saw it, and it is good, but I find the licensed characters are actually a little bit distracting. Like, because they had some really good Disney characters in there already that they made up, but you see all these characters like Sonic and Chun-Li, and you're like, and Bowser, and you're like, well, I already know these characters, so they're almost distracting from the good Disney characters that they made up. So I found the licensed characters were a little distracting.
So I guess what you're saying is like you're focusing on what you already seen,
right?
Less on what.
I think they could have done well without the licensed characters, yeah, and because the characters they made up,
one or two. Like,
no, not even. I think the characters they made up were really good.
I've not seen the movie, but I've heard the I don't know, it's the director or producer that said they're most likely wanting to make a sequel.
Okay,
and they want to get Mario in the sequel.
See, I don't think they should. There was already a Mario-like character in the show, so I don't see why Mario would... Like, he was a direct rip from Mario.
They just can't give Mario any lines. Otherwise.
Yeah, and what?
Yeah, that's the other... I was concerned. I'm like, wait, is Mario going to talk? Is he going to have, like, actual dialogue? Are they going to rip his dialogue from a game? Or is the actual voice actor going to come in and do his...
That's Mama Luigi to you.
Mario.
There you go.
Or, what's that game that he talks like crazy? It was Mario versus Donkey Kong. The first one, he's like, what are you doing? Yeah. What's going on here? Oh, you mommy. And he starts doing, like, gibberish Italian.
Right. So, anyway, and then the second thing I found about... Wreck-It Ralph that I didn't like was the character voices sounded too much like their actors' other roles. So, like, Sarah Silverman sounds annoying and childish as usual, but, I mean, it actually worked for her role because she's a little kid, whereas in real life she's like a 45-year-old woman. But, yeah. But, I mean, like, if you've seen Sarah Silverman and her comedy, it was exactly what she usually does, and I was like, that was also distracting. And then, like, Jane Lynch sounds exactly like her character from Glee. Where she's like just tough, like spouting random rhyming kind of, insults. So she just sounded like a character from Glee. So I mean, that took me out of the moment too, because it's like I knew they sounded like their other characters. I guess if you haven't seen those other things, then that's okay. But all in all, the movie is still really good. There's some nice things to say about it when you guys like get around to seeing it. Yeah, I think like IGN or something said it is the best video game movie we've had in a while.
Compared to what?
The last one I would call would be the original Mortal Kombat movie. That one was okay. That one stayed pretty true to the game, and it was okay. It was corny, but everything was corny back in like what was that?
90s?
Yeah, early 90s. Just coming down off the 80s. So, yeah, it's been the best video game movie we've had in a while, so you got to give it that. Like I said, I still give it a 9 out of 10 just because it was pretty good.
You almost did it.
It was pretty good, and it was fun. Yeah, almost perfect. Yeah, it's almost a little disappointing.
Worse than an 8, but not a 7.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it. So, those are those things. Let's see. Did you have anything you want to say?
Oh, it's just some funny things that I saw in
we're not doing that one that's not.
Which were 2 of them?
What was the one about the Vita?
Oh, yeah. So actually,
inside joke. Don't ask.
Yeah.
Don't ask, everybody.
So it's funny because Wall Street 24/7 called it the 24/7 Wall Street. They called it the one of 2012's biggest flops.
Right. This is the Vita.
Yeah, and I was reading some of the statistics. So that by the end of February, the company announced it sold approximately 1.2 million, which is not bad. By an additional 2 million units of software for the Hammer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yet sales quickly declined from its release date to June 30th. Just 2.2 million PlayStation 3 Vitas were sold. Far less than the 3.6 million units 3DS sold in just its first month. All right. Recently, Sony has clumped sales of the Vita and its predecessor, the PSP, together to avoid highlighting embarrassing sales figures.
I don't have any comment to make.
I really think that Sony's just trying to keep it with Nintendo, it's not bad to, be competitive with another business, because all businesses do that, but I think they're focusing too much on making it so that they get more money.
Yeah, what did you expect?
And less on quality, because that's most of the reason why
they're making the same mistake they did with the PSP.
Right, what did you expect? The last product didn't do so well either. And there were a lot of fails of technology this year. I just saw an article about it. I'm not going to bother to repeat them all. But there's Google's Nexus that they did. I don't even know what that is.
Well, there's 3 Nexus. There's the Nexus 4, which is the smartphone?
I don't even know. It was like a little hub thing they had. It was like a little ball you could hold in your hand. But anyway, I saw a bunch of fails that were this year, but we're not going to go through all of them, and we don't have time right now. So
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. So rather than repeating all that, we're just going to close up now. So abrupt ending, and
oh Lord Jesus is a fire.
We'll see you later. Bye.